Hello everybody, how's it going? It's Eamon here. Hope you're all keeping well out there. We're back today with another video, and today we're just back with Omsi 2, and we're back with an old Polish map, I think it is, from 2017. This map is called Bydgoszcz version 1. It has one line, the line 70, and we're going to go from Nad Wisłą to Wyścigowa. We're going to be driving the Rheinhausen urban bus. So I got this map off the Polish forum, the strefa omsi.pl. I'll link it in the description below. As far as I'm aware, it was released in 2017, and it was released by a guy called Zach, I think his name is. So it was released on the 8th of the 10th 2017. It has one line, as I just said, the 70. And at the present time in the map, it's 2013, and it serves pickups and all from large districts of Bydgoszcz to the tram station in Wyścigowa, and then these words, and then some residential streets and main streets, as well as little villages and stuff like that. It's a typical Polish map, as you all know. Polish maps are really good. They have a lot of nice scenery, a lot of nice colours, a lot of nice textures. So with that, I just kind of went searching for a new map, and I came across this one, and it seems to be quite a decent map. Yes, it only has one line, but it kind of has the same feeling as a lot of other Polish maps, like Wrocław and other ones like that, Warszawa and Breslau, I think it is, which is Wrocław as far as I'm aware. So it works quite okay. As you'll probably notice throughout the video, there is a few textures missing in some of the buildings. I didn't take the patch, or maybe there is a patch for textures, but I didn't actually take them. I thought when I loaded the map, everything was fine, the textures were fine. I did have a few textures missing in the buildings, but other than that, it was okay, I guess. So we're just driving the Rheinhausen urban bus today. I haven't actually driven this bus for a while, so I just thought I might as well give it a shot and drive it, because I was struggling for buses for the map. I did download the Solaris PL pack, which you get from the Polish website too, but I don't like driving them, the Solaris buses, you know. They're not my favourite buses in the world, so I'm not really into driving them that much. I don't like when you push on the brakes, that when you push the brakes, they make this funny noise, and then they just don't. I don't know whether it's me or not. I just can't drive them, you know. I don't feel good driving them. They don't work well for me. That's probably what I'll say, you know. So I said I'd give the Halicon Rheinhausen bus a go. It probably doesn't suit this map so well, because this is more of a newer bus, and you kind of get a feel of an older city in this map. But you know, that's me, I guess. I always do things the other way around, you know. Let's be honest, we're lucky you don't have a DL here. If you had a DL, then it'd be a different story altogether. But again, it's funny because I never heard of the map, so I'm surprised, because it is such a detailed map that not hearing about it was a bit odd for me, because I do sometimes take on that website, go on it and check and see if there is new maps on it and new buses, because they do have a lot of nice mods on it. So I would check it out. It's the strefa.omsi.pl. If you just want to go and have a look at it, I really like it, because they modify a lot of stuff on the website. Like, I think they have so many different versions of Szczecin, Project Szczecin, that you wouldn't know where to start. Obviously, you would need a lot of kind of dependencies and add-ons and scenery objects and spleens and textures and everything to kind of get them all working, and probably a lot of space as well on your hard drive, because as you know, I run off an SSD now, but it's only 250 gig SSD, so it just doesn't cut it for me. I'm balancing out between 50 gigs and 60 gigs free space. So I have to, when I'm recording videos now, I record onto my HDD, which is probably the right thing to do, because taking up all the space on the SSD and all that is just probably not ideal, you know. So that's probably about it for this video, guys. I just know I'm talking over again, and I probably don't know if you can hear in the background that my daughter is kind of sitting here beside me talking to me at the same time as I'm talking to you. So at the moment I can only really record videos and then talk over them, just in case I get interrupted during the video if I'm talking live in the video, you know, which is a bit of a, in a way it's probably a downer, but in another way it's a bit of a positive because I can kind of do more as I'm just kind of standing here talking to you as well, looking at my daughter wrecking the place on the floor, checking out the websites and stuff like that. So it kind of makes a bit more sense probably to just kind of, you know, talk to you over the video. As you're looking at the video now, in this video I tend to use the kneel a lot. I kneel the bus at nearly every stop. I don't know why, I find it nice to kneel the bus. Before I started the video I wanted to connect to map a button on my control pad, or not my control pad, my wheel, to kneel the bus from the wheel, but it didn't work. I have the kneel up and the kneel down, but I don't know whether I need to do another button beforehand to kind of activate the kneel. Would any of you know that, if possible? Because it would be handy for me to know if I can just map it to my wheel, because if I could do that then I'd kneel the bus all the time instead of just using my my mouse and pressing the buttons on the keyboard. So if I had it mapped to the two buttons on my wheel, then it'd be handy because I can just kneel it all the time. I know sometimes you have to put your station brake on to get the kneel active, but in this bus you don't do it. Now maybe in other buses that I have the buttons mapped, it might work okay. In other buses that you don't need a station brake, but I'm not too sure. So I don't know if I need to know that. You can help me out maybe to see if it works or not. I don't know. Anything else? Not really, guys. There's nothing crazy coming up over the next few weeks. I'm still big into my photographs. I'm constantly taking pictures, like every night of the week I'm just banging pictures up. So if you want to check out my Instagram, I'm kind of active a bit on Twitter now. I'll tell you why, because I was in Dublin and I was doing a video of, because in Dublin they have all these Christmas lights, you know, and they have all the buildings kind of lit up for Christmas. Not all of them, but certain buildings that are quite famous within Dublin, you know. So they have them lit up with Christmas lights on them, and they're really, really pretty. So I said, right, I'll go out and have a look and see if I can get some nice pictures of them. Now the thing is, I do mostly long exposure shots, which basically means that I have to kind of the lens open for a certain amount of time, so to let so much light in if it's dark, and then it kind of makes fountains kind of like clouds and water flat, and I do a lot of that. So when you're looking at moving lights in the building in a long exposure, the lights don't really kind of come out the way they should, but I'm tending to just kind of stick with long exposures at night time for now because of the job I work and stuff like that. So if you want to check me out on Twitter and on Instagram, it'd be awesome. The thing with the Twitter thing is that I put up a video on Twitter of one of the bridges, and they kind of have like a Santa Claus going across it in lights, you know. It's really, really cool, and I got 13,000 views. 13,000 views, like, that's not to be sniffed at for me on Twitter, because I'm not a big Twitter guy. Like, I've only like 300 followers and I have a load of tweets, but obviously they're not that interesting. Most of them are automatic tweets from YouTube of my 700 odd videos, so they kind of make up for that, you know. If you can hear a dada in the background, that's just my daughter talking while I'm trying to do a video. Elisa, shh, quiet, because I'm on the YouTube. Shh, do you want to say hello? Yeah, so yeah, guys, that's pretty much the gist of it at the moment. Christmassy wise, I don't know what's going to happen. As I said, there's nothing really Omsi wise happening at the moment. We're just hoping for something to come, but I don't know if it will, you know. In terms of maps, I know Keetlestone has an update, I think on the 15th. Now that's estimated 15th, I'm not sure that's true or not, so by the time this video goes out it'll be like a day or two till the release. But I don't be on fellow films that much, so I don't know. I'm not up to date with any of the UK stuff, you know. I just done that Bristol map because it was something different, you know, so I just wanted to kind of do that because it was new. But I, to be honest, think it was a mistake doing it, because it wasn't a great look, you know. It didn't really, the map has nothing to it at the moment, so so that's pretty much it, yeah. So guys, I'm going to leave you now with this video. You can continue on watching it if you wish, or you can log off. I don't really mind. It's up to yourselves. But once again, thank you for the support, and I will hopefully catch us in the next video, which will be soon enough, I hope. I don't know what it'll be though. That's the issue I'm having. Might be Keelstone, might be something else. I have no clue. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, lads. I shall talk to you all again in my next one. Okay? Later, alligators. In a wilds, crocodiles. Boom!
Brzyskowa. Omega